Hey everyone, welcome to my first Flosstube. My name is Hannah. I have been a stalker, a Flosstube stalker for like two or more years now. Some of you might know me from one of the games that I used to admin for. It was called Dragon Lore. Now I'm the admin, or one of the admins, for the new game Crystal Academy. So I'm Headmistress Hannah, Deputy Headmistress. And yeah, so I just wanted to come on and make my first video. I have made videos previously in a past life, and it kind of just died. So I'm going to try to actually do it this time, and it seems like it might be a good time, especially with Crystal Academy going. I can maybe explain things. I know there are the homework videos, which are super helpful, but I have a kind of background, and a behind the scenes, I should say, less a background, but a behind the scenes as we are creating them, so I can maybe answer some of those questions if there are specific questions that I can answer in a video. I'm not sure how much I will talk about it today. We have the spell sling coming up, so that's super exciting. I'm super excited for that. We just posted about a little over 2 hours ago. We just posted the spell sling quick fire kind of match, and so that is kind of a trial by fire. You have 24 hours to, your dorm has 24 hours to stitch as much as they can, and this is just a way for us to, like we said, we have 13 dorms, and we can't match up a pair with 13, so we just have to kind of figure out how we're going to put that down to 12, and so this is the way that we decided to do it. So hopefully you all enjoy. It's 24 hours, so hopefully everybody has a chance to get some stitches in, since it is 24 hours long, since 2 hours and about 21 minutes ago. So yeah, it was 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. Well, daylight time, because we're currently in Eastern Daylight Time, but essentially it was Eastern Time. So, other than that, I also wanted to come on, and since this is my first video, I wanted to just, show you / tell you what I'm working on, my plans for No New Starts 2021. I do plan on doing No New Starts 2021, so that's gonna be interesting. I forgot, one of my projects is downstairs, and I should go get that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. It was no time for you, but like a minute for me. Okay, so I have all my projects. I plan on working on 10, well, having 10 whips available to me. These have been, some of them have been a couple years in the making, some of them are fairly new, one is really new, and that one I think everybody's seen everywhere, so I probably don't even need to show it, but I'm going to show it in the video anyway, because some of you might not be on Facebook, and that's kind of where it is, and I also put it on Instagram, but I'm not as active on Instagram. I'm more active on Facebook, purely because that's where the group is and all of that. So, I'm going to have my phone here so that I can see kind of dates and things of like when I started, the projects, and all of that. So I'm going to go into that. I just want to open, I've got all the groups. I'm going to open my album in No New Starts 2021, just so I can see what we're doing, where we are. Okay, so my first, well, the top of my pile, because I didn't put them in any order, is the one that I left downstairs and I just got. So this one is called Mucha Mulan, and it is an Etsy purchase. Yeah, I'm not sure. I know some people are, wary of buying things on Etsy because they might not be licensed, whatever. Yes, that's true. They might not be licensed, but I'm stitching this for me, and I'm not going to sell it. And I get that, the person who sold it might be doing illegal things, but whatever. And there's not much to show. I have like a page and a little bit done. So, let me show you what it's supposed to look like. So, this is what it's supposed to look like, or what it will look like when it's finished. And it is called Mucha Mulan, and the store I got it on was Nani Design, and here is where I am. So you can see it's part of her dress. It's like right by her hip area. And her arm is kind of over here, the one holding the sword. So that's where I am with that. So I started, let me see when I started this. I started this one in 2019, so not too long ago actually. July, I think, I started in July of 2019, almost the end of July 2019, so not, yes, it's been over a year, but, I don't work on it too often. It hasn't been a focus piece, but, whatever. So that one is the first one. The next one is large, and it has been kind of my focus piece for the past, 2 months. 2-ish months. I think you just saw it, but that's okay. So this one is, if you haven't seen it all over Facebook, it is my wedding photo. So I actually, yesterday was my 1-year anniversary with my husband, and so I started this, when did I start this? 2 months? What are we in? So yeah, 2 months ago. I started this 2 months ago tomorrow. So, I'm pretty happy with my progress so far. Like I said, this has been a focus piece. Please don't mind all of the threads everywhere. They're all over all of my projects, but here is, oh, I didn't show you what it's supposed to look like. I'll show that in a minute. So here is what I have done so far. So you can see a wedding guest is down here. One of my bridesmaids is right here, and then this is my hair flower crown. Let me show you what it's supposed to look like. So this is what it will look like. So you can kind of see. It won't look exactly like this is the actual picture, so it won't look exactly like that, but you can see some of it. So that's where I am with this one, and yeah. So that one is going to be probably a pretty big focus piece for No New Starts, because I'm slated to finish this in 2025. If I work on it every day, I can get 200 stitches in every day, which isn't going to happen. But I would like to get it done, in a semblance of not too long. Like, I'd like, before my 10th anniversary, I'd like to get this piece done. Okay, this one, I don't even think I should show this one to you. This one is ridiculous, and I'm not going to show you the whole piece of fabric because it's too much. It is too much, and I think probably many of you have seen this one floating around, and people are doing it, and it's all over. So I'm going to show you a picture. It's going to be kind of small, so I'm going to hold it pretty close to the camera. But this one is Oh, I forgot to say the last one I charted it using Pixel Stitch. I think it's pixelstitch.com or org. If you search Pixel Stitch in Google, Pixel Stitch cross stitch, you can probably find it. I can also, maybe if I can figure it out, put it in the box below. But anyway, this one, if it will, hello, this one I am also working on, and this is World Wonders Map by Gecko Rouge. This one is 2.5 million stitches. Never going to be finished in my lifetime, but it was fun to start. And I have barely anything completed. So here is what I have done so far. Oh, I forgot to say what fabrics I'm doing these on. Mulan, I am doing on 25 count. I believe it's Lugana, but I'm not sure because I got it just from a friend who just had random fabric. Like a big giant piece, like probably this sized piece, just laying around. She was never going to do it because she doesn't use anything higher than 18 count, and so she was like, I can't use this, so she gave it to me. So I know it's 25 count. I'm pretty sure it would be a Lugana, but I'm not sure. I know it's 25 count. The wedding piece and this piece are both being done on 28 count, 1/1, and I'm doing 1/1 on 25 as well. So I think almost all of these are 1/1. There's one that's slightly different, and I'll point that one out. This one is 1/1 on 28 count. So there's that one. I've got one whole page done and a little bit of a second page. So the piece of fabric for this is like 5 bajillion miles long. It's a lot of fabric for one piece. So okay, the rest of them are in this little bag that I've just ripped. Okay, so this next one is smaller. It's so nice to have a smaller piece. So this one is, let me show you what it will look like. So this one is called a Canine Sanctuary. This one is charted by Charting Creations. I think it's so pretty. I'm a dog lover. My dog is downstairs. He might start barking at any point. But, you know, it's all good. I can get him to hopefully be quiet. Okay, so here is where I am. So you can kind of see some of the doors coming along here, and then this bush right here. Doing the bush, I was like, what is this? This doesn't look like a bush. I mean, it does. At the end of the day, it does. So that's where I am with that. And I'm trying to face, the window is in front of me so that hopefully, you know, I know some people do it with the window behind them, and then you can see through the holes of the fabric. I'm hoping that this will make it better, and you can't see through the fabric. This one is being done on 25 count, 1/1 full cross, just like all the other ones that are 1/1 full cross. Okay, this one is the one that's a little different, and it's not my favorite, which is sad. It's just not. I kind of wish I had done it differently. I'm not a big fan. I'm a fan of the piece, but I'm not a fan of the way that I'm doing it. So, that is to say I'm doing, let me show you the picture first. So this is what it's going to look like. And this one is called Dogs, and it was charted by Mystic Stitch, which their charting is awesome, by the way. Like, they were the first charting company that I used, or that I bought from, that I didn't chart like myself. I have been charting just things using Pixel Stitch or Pictopat on my own, and then I found Mystic Stitch, which I found before I even found Heaven and Earth, and I thought, there's no way it's going to look like that picture. Like, there's just no way. It doesn't have that many colors. Like, there's no way. It looks really good. Or I think it looks really good. But I'll show it to you first, and then I'll explain why I don't like the way that I'm doing it. So here is what it is looking like. So I've got the little doggies. As you can see, I am a dog lover. And so the reason I don't like this, so I can't remember what, I think this is 28 count. I believe it's 28 count. It looks like 28 count, so I'm going to go with that. This fabric I just bought at, I think it was like Joann's or Michael's or something, and it was just a pre-done, I don't know, piece of fabric, and it's fine. The fabric is not the big concern. I decided, I was like, you know what, so many people are talking about 10 stitch, I'm going to try 10 stitch. So I didn't mind it for the most part. I thought it was okay. But then as I'm continuing along and I'm finishing pages and I'm keeping going, like, ugh, I don't really like 10 stitch. And especially because I'm doing 2/1 10 stitch on 28 count, I think it's a little too bulky. I can do it, but it's just, it gets painful in some areas. Some areas it's fine. And the coverage really isn't bad. It's just, I don't know, it's not my favorite. I'm not loving 10 stitch. I will never be doing 10 stitch again. I'm not a 10 stitcher. So, it looks really good. I really love the project, but I just don't like the way that I am doing it. But I'm going to push through because I would like to one day get this finished, and I do not want to start it over. I want to give it to the rescue that I adopted my dog from, is the Hope. So we'll see. If I ever finish it, I mean, I will finish it eventually, I'm assuming. But I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of 10 stitch. So there's my little ramble for the day. Okay, so the next piece everybody has seen, probably everybody ever has seen, and it is A Stitch in Time. This one is charted by Hade, and the artwork is, and forgive me, I know all of the other ones that are bought from other companies have artists. I just don't know who they are. I think the one from Charting Creations was Nikki Boehm or something, I believe is the name of the artist, but I don't remember. And I have no idea who the artist is for the dogs piece, and I'm loath to look it up, so. But I do know the artist for this piece is Amy Stewart. I think everybody knows that it's Amy Stewart. And I am doing this, the normal sized version of this, but the max color version of this. So, here is also, again, sorry about the crazy threads that you're about to see, but I park, so, yeah. So this is where I am with this one. It's just a little over 3 pages finished, and I realized that the words are going to be backwards, and I'm assuming I can unmirror. I don't know. I'll figure that out in the editing process. And I'm not going to edit this a whole lot. It's just going to be like, hi, and then like an ending with maybe unmirrored piece so you can actually see the words. But this is the only one that has words in it, so I believe it's the only one that has words in it. At least at this point, it's the only one that has words in it. Eventually, the World Wonders map will have a couple of different things that have words on it, like a sign, I think, that says aloha. I think there's like a thing in the sky that says hi. I don't know what the hi is for, but whatever. Okay, what's this one? So this one is one that I charted myself as well. This is artwork that a friend of mine sent me, and she wanted me to make this for her. I don't think I will ever get it done in time to give it to her. She is a friend, but was a employee of mine when she was a student employee. So when I was working at the university that I used to work at before I started working at a hospital, I worked with students, and they, some of them became good friends of mine during the time I was there, but also after I left. We still talk, and we're friends on Facebook and all of that. So she asked me to make this for her, and I'm not sure, I don't know, maybe eventually I'll get it done and I can give it to her, but I'm most likely going to keep it for myself. It's pretty. So this is what it's going to look like. I call this Tulips because it's tulips. And they're so pretty. And the butterflies look really good. So again, I think I already said this, but I use Pixel Stitch to chart this one. And I have only a little over a page completed, so not much to look at. Again, you can't see it, but that is where I am. And most of these, you'll notice, most of these I started in the middle. Some of them I started in the upper left corner. I don't know. It's just whatever the mood I'm in is when I start it. So there's that one. Okay, what are we at? We're at almost 20 minutes here. I don't know how long the first part of this was, so I'm not expecting this to be a very long video, but I just wanted to, put it out there and, talk about no new starts, because that's the whole plan for 2021 for everyone. And I've already done the whole, made my album. I've updated all of the ones that I'm not currently working on. I will update the ones that I am working on before December. I think it's the 13th, December 13th. You have to put, a progress picture up as a comment to the, picture in your album. So I will put I have 3 pieces that I'll put, I've put all the other ones up, but 3 of them, the Mulan one that I haven't showed you, and my wedding piece, are the 3 that I'm going to work on before December 13th. So I've put all the other pictures up, and I've put up my whip list, and I've made my donation. I donated $10 because why not? And so I am ready. I'm pretty much ready to go for no new starts. And this, if I only had one whip, it would take me all year. So we're good. I have 10, and they're all full coverage. So the next one, some people might have seen before. It is a little bit different than the ones that a lot of people do. It is a Pokemon pattern. I got this one off of I think it's Libidon.com, I believe is the website, but it's Lord Libidon, I don't know how they say it. But they charted it and put it up. It's free. And it is this version, and this is the original first generation sprites. So a lot of people do the epic Pokemon generations. This one's just the original sprites version. So I just liked it. I thought it was pretty. I have plans that if I ever finish this one, I would like to do the other ones. So there's a Generation 2 sprites, and it's a circular one, and then there's all of the epic Pokemons. I think they have up to 7th generation, and then they have the epic all generations. I'm never going to get them all done, but I have them all in Pattern Keeper, and they all work in Pattern Keeper now, which is awesome. The update has been awesome, so loving that. All of these pieces that I'm doing are all in Pattern Keeper. The Pixel Stitch ones do not fully function in Pattern Keeper, but I did grid them in Pattern Keeper and did the whole, like, you know, doing it myself thing. Anyway, I'm rambling, so let's go back to Pokemon. So here is where I am. See that? And I don't, this side right here is fully to the edge, so we can see that yellow border. So this one is completely, this side is completely done. All I need to do is go up and down now. I don't need to go any farther over, but this one, I'm on the last, this side, I'm on the last page. And then I can start going up or down. I don't know which way I'm going to go yet. So anyway, sorry it's really dirty. Been working on these. I also haven't said, I'm really bad at this. I haven't said when I started them, which I wanted to do. I forgot to say what fabric I'm working on. I think all of the ones that I've shown other than dogs and Dog's Wedding and World Wonders map, they're the only 3 that are on 28 count. Everything else is on 25 count up until this. Pokemon is on 28 count, and I'm doing this 1/1 full cross. Dogs is the only one I'm not doing 1/1 full cross. Everything else I'm doing 1/1 full cross. And I forgot to mention when I started these. So the wedding photo we know I started about 2 months ago. Canine Sanctuary I started in September of 2019, so about a year ago. Stitch in Time I started in at the end of May in 2019. Dogs I started much longer ago, almost 2 years ago. I started that in September of 2018. Mulan I said already. This Pokemon I started in February of 2019. Tulips I started, what are we in? So I started this Tulips in August of 2019, and then World Wonders map I started actually, I didn't realize I started that so soon. I started that in June of 2020, so June of this year. So anyway, back to talking about the not reading a thing off of my phone. Okay, so that's that one, and then I think I only have two more in here to show you. And then I'm gonna let you know what my plans are for 2021. I have kind of, hashed out what my calendar's gonna look like. We'll see if that stays that way, but okay, so this one is also a really big piece of fabric. This is almost a supersize. It's the same size as what a Haid supersize would be, but this one was also bought off of Etsy. I think a couple people have bought this one. I've seen it floating around. And I got this one from a shop on Etsy called Z Anna Cross Stitch on Etsy. Actually, I've got a lot of patterns off of that store. They are charted really, really well, so I really have appreciated them, and they're, again, all Disney patterns, so they're probably illegal, but I'm stitching them for me, so I don't really care. And Disney's a pain, I know, to try to get any kind of, to work with in general, so I don't really fault people who are charting the Disney stuff without the permission. I don't know. I guess I have a different viewpoint than others do, maybe, but if it was an artist that wasn't a major company, I probably would feel differently, but Disney is such a big company. They could work with the people a little bit more, I think, but whatever, I'm rambling again. So this is the piece. So this is what it will look like. And I started, when did I start this one? I started this one in 2019. So I started this one also in August of 2019. So I started this one right around the same time as I started the Tulips piece. Yeah, okay. So let me show you where I'm at. Oh, I have this upside down. I'm only almost 2 pages done. And it's really, really large, so here is where I'm at. It's charted so well. I think it's charted really well. There's a lot of colors. I don't remember how many. It's over 100. I think it's almost 200 actually. Maybe it's even more than that. I don't know. I don't remember. It's a lot of colors, which I think makes the detail really, really great. But it's charted really, really well. And like I said, I have a bunch of patterns from this specific store on Etsy. Hello. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. It's a really large piece of fabric, if we can tell. And then eventually I've got to put these back in this bag. That's going to be really fun. I'm not really worried. Okay, and this is my last one. And again, everybody has seen this one from a lot of different people. I mean, almost everyone started working on this like as soon as it came out. This one is Once Upon a Fairy Tale, charted by Hade, and the artwork is Amy Stewart. Surprise, surprise. I'm a big Amy Stewart fan. Yeah, so, and then I started this one when it came out, essentially, I feel like. Yeah, I started this one in December of 2019, so I think it was a little bit after it came out, but I had to figure out fabric and all of that. And World of, the Disney one, the World of Disney one, is on 25 count, 1/1 full cross. So this one is also on 25 count, 1/1 full cross. All of the 25 counts, by the way, were all off of the same piece of fabric that I got from my friend. So it's gone a long way, and I still have a little bit left of that fabric. So anyway, I can't remember how many pages I have done of this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm almost done 6 pages. So, and I started this one in the middle. Surprise, surprise, I start lots of things in the middle, but this is where, I've got to get it all in the frame. This is where I am, and this is the only piece that, if any of you didn't hear about the 08-09 DMC situation, this is the only piece that I was working on that had 09 in it, from Hade. And honestly, I thought about unpicking the parts that I've done. I thought I just heard my dog. I thought about unpicking the parts that I've done that are in 09, but I'm not going to. I don't think I'm going to. I'm just gonna finish up. So the part that is really, I guess, noticeable, which I don't really care, I don't think it looks that bad, that has 09 in it, is, oh, this is hard, is right here. This area and this area has a lot of 09 in it, but honestly, I don't think it looks that bad. There are other areas that have 09, but you can't really tell. They're not as, I guess, as filled up with 09 as this area. So I'm going to actually finish this archway with 09, because I don't think it looks that bad. But the throne, I am changing the 09 that was charted as 09. I don't know what the new chart looks like because I actually just didn't care. I was like, I can do this on my own with Pattern Keeper. So I'm actually going to change the throne to 814. And then the lady in red, I think she's up here somewhere in this area. I can show you on my phone. So this throne right here, I'm going to change to 814. And then this, oh, she is up at the top. This lady in red right here, I'm going to also do her in 814. Anywhere that the 09 was supposed to be. And then the rest of the pattern, I'm doing in 3371. So, all I need to know is 814 for the red parts, and 3371 for everything else. It's not hard to remember, at least to me. I don't think it's hard to remember. So, that's what I'm going to do. And like I said, I'm going to finish out the 09 down at the bottom. Well, it's not the bottom. It's it's the bottom of where I'm at. I'm going to finish the 09 out down here. And then I'm going to switch to 3371 anywhere that it's needed, and 814 in the other places that that's needed. So, those are my whips that I'll be working on. Oh, and this is the supersize max color version. So, it's big. I have a lot of big pieces. Apparently I don't want to finish anything ever. I just don't. So that's my plans for No New Starts, or those are my pieces that I plan for No New Starts. Now, here's the thing. I made my calendar. So essentially what I did is I have an app. It's called Tiny Decisions. I think a lot of people have it, and it's a spinning wheel. And what I did is I put all of my whips for No New Starts on here, so all 10 of them, and I said, okay, I'm going to spin it for each month, starting now in October, all the way through December of 2021, when this ends, when the No New Starts ends. So, I spun it for October, November, December, kept going throughout the year, and every time I would spin, I let it double, so it wasn't like non-repeating. I was okay with repeating, because if I'm going to work on something for 2 months in a row, it just means I'm going to get more progress on it. Great, I'm okay with that. Hopefully I wouldn't get bored, since I am changing monthly, and I don't really have any kind of rotation going right now, so I thought this was kind of a fun way to do it. So, because I did it that way, and it was randomized, I'm not working on all 10, supposedly. I'm only working on 8. So I'll be working on Wedding this month, and then I'll take a picture at the end of the month and put that into the album as a comment. November, I'm working on Mulan, and then I'll take a picture of that one, put it in the album, and then in December, up until the 13th, I'm gonna work through December on this piece, but I'm gonna take a picture on the 13th to then start No New Starts after that. Well, I'll probably take it on the 12th, and then on 13th it starts. No New Starts starts. So in December, I'm working on the Disney piece, the World of Disney piece. And because I'm okay with repeating, I'm not doing non-repeating, I'm actually working on the Disney piece December and January. And then February, I'll be working on Wedding again. March, the plan is, these are all just plans, the hope. March, I'm going to work on Once Upon a Fairy Tale. April, I'll work on A Stitch in Time. May, I'm going to take out my tulips. June, I'll work on Mulan again. And then July, I'll work on Wedding again. So that's 3 times so far that I'll take out my wedding piece. So that's good. That's 3 months of work. August, I'll work on Once Upon a Fairy Tale again. So that'll be 2 times for that. September, I'll work on World Wonders map, the Gecko Rouge piece. October, I'll work on World of Disney again. So that will get 3 months of the No New Starts. November, I'll take out Dogs. I'm so glad I'm only working on this for 1 month because I can't really stand it. fine. And then December I'll work on wedding again. And I'll work on that through the whole month, even though New Starts ends, I think, on the 13th of December 2021. I'm going to just work on it till the end, till the new year. Yeah, so that's the plan. That's where we're at. That might change, but I'm not sure. So that's all I have to show for this video. I just wanted to kind of show my whips and maybe and like I did at the beginning, talk about Crystal Academy a little bit. For Crystal Academy, just as a final thing, we are taking members. It's not closed. We are taking new members. We would love for you all to join. The one caveat to that is that new members cannot join a dorm until the end of term. So the end of term, so each term is 3 months long, and so the end of the term is December this year, and we'll be making new dorms or adding 2 dorms in the new term. If you want to join now and you're not in a dorm, which you wouldn't be, we've already sorted the dorms and we're a couple weeks in now. If you want to join now and since you're not in a dorm, you'll actually be in, I think it was Rita Marie in the last video, or maybe it was Sammy Joe. They said we call it the 14th dorm because we have 13 dorms, so they kind of call it their 14th dorm because it kind of is its own little separate dorm. In a way, they're called the commuters, and they are you can be as active or as non-active as you kind of want to be. It's going to be easier, honestly. If you're a commuter and you would like to join a dorm, it's going to be much easier if you learn all the spells. If you haven't joined yet and you would like to, we do have 2 classes that are closed, and the next class will close on Monday, 12 noon in Eastern Time. But if you learn all the spells, it's going to be easier to get into a dorm. You're not going to be too far behind. If you don't know all the spells, you can still join a dorm in the new term, but you're going to kind of be the freshman in a sophomore dorm, which is fine. That's kind of how we're playing with it. So it's going to be a little bit different next term if we have newer students joining, which we're really excited about. But this term we have had a couple of classes. I think we've done 3 classes so far. We've learned quite a few spells. I personally am in charge of about 5 dorms out of the 13, and they've been great so far. I love my dorms. Shout out to my dorms. And yeah, they've been great so far. I've really enjoyed seeing everybody's progress. It's really fun to see everybody's work. And sometimes they're so funny, and I feel bad because sometimes I'm just like, I'm not going to specifically react to what they're saying in their start post, but I get a little chuckle, a little giggle sometimes reading what's going on. And we've had a couple of pop-up challenges here and there. We had a frog catching challenge, and we had a kind of guessing game challenge. Those were really fun and a little bit different than I think things that we've seen before. And we're going to keep going with things like that. So if you are interested, please find us on Facebook, Crystal Academy, a cross-stitching game. We also don't just do cross-stitch. We really are trying to involve any craft. So we do have prompts and things for homeworks for other crafts. If you have watched Sammy Joe, I think it's Sammy Joe Stitches is her Flosstube name. She does homework videos with kind of a lot of different people. Vicky, Rita Marie, who else? Lisa Lane. Gosh, I mean, I feel like there's been a couple of different people. Jessie Marie Sites. Yeah. So anyway, they do homework videos, and so one of the homeworks that they mention, they have been mentioning for a couple weeks now, is Crystal Academy. So please find us on Facebook if you're interested. I think that's it. I think that's all I'm going to be talking about today. So anyway, I'm not sure how many times I'm going to be uploading. Probably won't do weekly. Unless I don't know. I'm not sure. Because I only work on, for the most part, one project a month, I don't usually have too much to share just because I only have progress on one piece. So I'm not sure if it's going to be like weekly or every 2 weeks or even every month. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. But anyway, thank you so much, and I hope everybody is staying safe and healthy, and wearing your masks. And I hope that everybody is, if you're, having to work and watch a child, I hope you're not losing your mind too much. So, yeah, I will talk to you all later. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I hope you enjoyed.